Julia, oh my gosh, it's so wonderful to have the opportunity to talk to you today. How are you? How have you been keeping your family and everything? How's it been going?
Good. We're lucky we're all healthy and we've been hanging in there. I just started work on a movie and I was not expecting to be working the rest of this year. So we're just keeping moving.
Yeah, are you shooting in Winnipeg? Is that the movie that you're working on?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm from Toronto, so we're happy to have you in Canada. I know that your husband is Canadian, so we always welcome you here with open arms.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Of course, of course. Well, listen, congratulations. Season three of Riviera. That's insane. Like, did you ever in a million years think when you started this series that it was going to be not only so well accepted, but to have the opportunity to develop this great character?
No, I mean, I never, on anything that I work on, I try to manage my expectations of whether it's going to find an audience. And certainly when I signed on to Riviera, I was so intrigued by the character and loved the setting and the premise of the show. But I had no idea that it would be 3 seasons later that I'd be playing this character and watching it grow and also traveling to other parts of the world. It's been such a delight.
Absolutely. Yeah. Why do you think that we've connected with not just Georgina, but these characters? Like it's just, and as you say, you get to travel to some pretty amazing places. So we love taking that journey with you. But what do you think we've connected with it?
Um, it's the contrast. It's what the original premise of the show was: behind every great fortune is a great crime,
Hmm.
and that the Riviera, which is the title character, this beautiful, glamorous place, dripping with wealth, is a sunny place for shady people. So you have the beautiful visuals, and then this corrosive, destructive uh, storyline
Yeah.
underneath.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I think Georgina's the window into that world for the audience because she doesn't come from the upper class or wealth, that she's able to see it with a perspective that the audience can relate to.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. What have you loved most about playing Georgina? Because what I love about her too is that she's pretty fearless. Like she's got some balls on her.
Totally. I've discovered, literally making this show, I have discovered really the reason that I wanted to be an actress, which is because Georgina is able to do and say all the things that I don't have the courage to do in real life.
Really? Come
Yeah.
on. Come on. You've got to
Oh,
relate to her.
absolutely.
You must relate to her a little bit. Come on.
She, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, but I love that she's fearless and she runs straight towards danger instead of running away from it. But she's way more confrontational than I would ever be.
Yeah, I guess, right? Okay, yeah, I get, yeah, yeah. That's the best thing about playing a character. You can dive into these people. So, in terms of developing her, though, because this is when you look back at your career, Julia, my God, you've given us such amazing roles and performances, but you've never had that opportunity to kind of flesh out a character for this long. What has that been like for you?
Yeah, amazing. I mean, I feel like the Georgina in season 1 is so different from the Georgina in season 3, and that's a gift to be able to play a character that continues to surprise and challenge me. There's nothing worse than like stagnation.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm just
yeah,
gonna
for
close my
sure.
door.
No, that's okay. Go right ahead. It's all good.
No, no,
So, yeah.
everyone's
So
coming home.
yeah, yeah. Listen, it is what it is. It's the new normal. People walking in the backgrounds and noises. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
So for you, no, okay. So season three, we see a little bit of a different Georgina. Just set it up for people who are excited to see what's going to happen for season three. Set it up for us. Did you hear? Can you hear me?
You
Okay.
just froze for a second. So set
Oh,
up the season
yeah,
3.
yeah. Just let us know
I guess.
where we're
Can you
where
hear
we're
me?
starting. Yeah, I can hear you. We're all good. Set us up where we're going to see in season three. Is it?
Okay, so season 3, a little bit of time has passed, and Georgina is trying to distance herself from her past and also the Cleos family, and all the trappings of that legacy and that estate. So she's taken her maiden name. She's moved to London and has a job teaching about art restitution. But
Mhm.
in walks Gabriel Hirsch, played by Britt Graves, who she already knows in the art world, but he offers her a job in art restitution, and she's so tempted by the adventure of it all that she can't say no. And they go to Venice to try and track down a stolen Picasso.
Yeah.
And then they quickly find themselves wrapped up in an international conspiracy that is bigger than they had ever imagined.
How did you like working or shooting in Venice?
It's good. It's bigger this year.
Absolutely. And this location, like Venice.
You know, it's kind of extraordinary. I mean, especially like this season, we go to Venice, then we go back to the south of France, and then we're on to South America, to Buenos Aires. So it's an extraordinary opportunity to live in those places for a short bit of time, but also now, especially looking back, because we have so many travel restrictions.
Yes.
It was such a gift and a wonderful opportunity. It was great.
Yeah, exactly. Watching this show, gosh, makes me jealous. Like I'm dying to get back on a plane and just go somewhere. And especially now that we kind of have the time to go somewhere, but we can't go somewhere, it makes it even more frustrating. I mean, for you, obviously, that now that you're shooting in Canada, because we have our restrictions are not as bad, thank God, as they are in other places of the world. But how hard has it been for you to, not be able to jump on a plane, take your family, go places and stuff? It's frustrating.
It's really hard. I mean, well, Canada does have really strict border restrictions.
Yes, yes.
So my family is still on the East Coast in the US, so in New York largely. So we haven't been able to see each other, and that's been really, really difficult. So yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It sucks. It does suck, but we have to make the best of it. I want to ask you, you're also an executive producer on this show. How has that changed you, or even in terms of what you do as an actor, and to see it from this perspective?
Well, I only became an executive producer this last season 3. And I didn't have aspirations to be a producer. I just wanted to formalize my involvement with the show because I've been really lucky that they've been very open to my input.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to see the scripts earlier in the process, so that if I had suggestions that I wanted to make, it wouldn't be too late to implement them. Yeah, that was really it.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I think that's great that you're, do you have aspirations of maybe directing one day? I mean, you've got the chops.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I do. I've directed a couple of shorts that I learned a lot from, with all their imperfections. But I feel like especially being on the set of Riviera, I feel like I've now been acting enough that I can see the process, and I can see what making a film or a TV show is like from start to finish. So I would like to direct something. It's about finding the right story, really.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've been doing this a long time, and I had the opportunity to interview you so many times over the years, like for 10 Things I Hate About You. Oh my gosh, so we're going back a few years, but it's been amazing to watch you grow on screen and all the amazing performances that you've given us. And I wonder if there's one, between the Bourne movies. I personally loved you on Dexter, one of my favorite series. I can't even believe they're bringing it back. I'm so excited. But was there a performance that really kind of has stuck with you over the years, and you went like, wow, that really changed me? I really loved that performance.
I mean, I can't say that I ever look at anything that I've done and go, damn, I'm good. Like I'm trying to always learn from what I do. So I tend to be kind of critical, but I think I've settled into the role of Georgina in a nice way. Like I feel comfortable playing her because it's been certainly a long amount of time.
It's a great character. And last year we saw you, or a year ago, in Hustlers, which was a great opportunity too. I mean, what a great performance. What else do we have coming up? I think you have one coming up, film, that we're going to be seeing with Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, it's called The God Committee, and it was I filmed it just before Hustlers.
Yeah.
It's about the committee of doctors at a hospital that get to decide who gets an incoming organ donation. So they're basically playing God. They're deciding which patient gets the best treatment, and and it's but it's also about the dynamics interpersonal dynamics between the doctors too. Like my character is having an affair with Kelsey Grammer's character, and that's going on behind the scenes at work. So yeah, but it's based on a play, but we
Yes.
opened it up, and so we go outside, obviously just the boardroom where they're making these decisions, and you meet the patients, and it goes backwards and forwards in time too, so you can see the consequences of the decisions that they're making.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I look forward to seeing that. That sounds amazing. I just very last question. What excites you when you get a script? Like what at this point in your career, you know, you've had such a diverse opportunities. What is it now when you get something presented to you makes you go, yeah, I want to do that?
I mean, largely if it feels like something I haven't done before. And then also the people that I would get to work with, you know, I
Yeah.
want to be inspired and elevated by the people that I'm working with, particularly a director, because they're the ones that are in film that are really in charge
Yeah. Well,
and
you're
crafting the whole thing.
yeah, well, like I say, you're just so fantastic. Like, honestly, you're one of my favorite actresses, to be honest with you. And it's just been a pleasure to have the opportunity to talk to you today. And best of luck with Riviera, man. This show really is fantastic, and you are so good in it. So, thank you so much for your time today, Julie. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. You too. What a
You're,
nice interview. It's like
oh,
I'm going to try not to get a big head about it.
oh, please. You deserve the big head. It's all good. It's all good.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
Have a great
stay
day.
warm in Winnipeg. I know it's probably getting cold there.
Yep. That's why
Take
I have
care.
this sweater on.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Take care. Enjoy. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks.